YouTube, what it do, man? Hit me with the like, which is the thumbs up, and let me know I'm kicking my stuff. And feel free to jump in the comment, homie. You know what I'm saying? This right here, the young homeboy was asking me, what's the first homeboy I seen from the turf actually that I seen actually get bust on, get shot. And I would have to say OG Petey Wack from the hood, homie. OG Petey Wack from 500 Block Inglewood NHP, homie. And at this time, homie, I'm from the turf with Petey Wack, Big Underdog, Tiny Loco, homie BA. These type homies is in YA. We waiting on these dudes to come home. By the time I'm in the turf, we waiting for the homeboys, which is the big homeboys, to come home from YA and shit. So we waiting on, these type dudes, homie. And so we hearing about Petey Wack from our turf, OG Petey Wack, his legendary, chunkums, and he's squabbling, scrimmaging and doing his thing, putting the turf on the map. You know what I'm saying? And, when we young, like I say, back then, it's no social media. So you getting updated by other damus that's coming home or homies that's coming home. And if you got a family member or brother or sister from the turf, that's how we staying updated, homie. So we staying updated, through the OG homeboy brother Shorty, which is Lil Petey Wack from the turf. So we hearing about the legendary squabble we had with a cat from 6-0 named Psycho, I think Lil Psycho. Said them niggas chunked him like a motherfucker. Told the cell up, and YA chunking him and shit. Boom, boom, boom. The homie telling us how the squabble was going and saying them niggas tore that motherfucker up. And he said them niggas wind up rerunning the fade again because niggas was talking about, it wasn't so much room and shit. It wasn't no room. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? So them niggas wind up relocking up on a different occasion. Him and this cat from 60s named Lil Psycho. That's a hell of a reputable and shit. So the homie was known for handling this business and squabbling up vicious. But anyway, homie, the transition from that to this, homie. So now the homie come home. And at these times, niggas would come home and it'd be gun battles, wars at these times, because we, motherfuckers young, we thinking this red and blue thing is the thing to do. So at these times, homies would come home from penitentiaries and come home from YA in the midst of these motherfucking gang wars, homie. And some dudes would lose their lives, homie. Some homies would just be coming home and it'd be these gun battles, hoods, hots, and a lot of niggas that was ripping in blood and essaying it in these different terms. Niggas would, hate to say, niggas would damn near get peeled. It'd be niggas fresh out and get peeled or get shot up bad. And Petey Wack happened to fall in the category of coming home and got shot, homie. So anyway, dog, like I say, the 500 block, that shit was vicious back then, homie. So, which is Ralph's grocery store on Sentinel and La Brea used to be Boys Market, homie. So sometimes niggas used to push up there and get liquor. But back then on that 500 block, homie, and back in them, 89, 90 and shit like that, 91, it was vicious, homie. You nigga could barely get off the block sometime walking to go to the store. If you didn't get chased back, have a shootout or get popped on, sometimes you couldn't even make it off the block to get to the store, homie. If it wasn't nobody to drive a nigga off the block to hit these stores, that's how dangerous it was at one point inside the Inglewood neighborhood power rules, homie. So I remember it was a 3-day gun battle prior to the homie getting out, hitting the turf, homie. You know what I'm saying? If I can recall right, homie. So the first night, I remember some niggas came through, got off. I'm young, so I'm not really fully participating, but I can observe and see what's going on, homie. So I remember some dudes coming through, getting off, homie. Bop, 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 bop. And I remember hearing some exchange, homie, because I was inside the building of the 500 block. I hear another strap go off. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, damn, it's cracking. You know, I'm here. You know, the festivities, niggas is running through the building and shit. So then day 2 hit, homie. You know what I'm saying? The niggas come down the block, I guess, on foot or some shit, homie, and get off. And I remember the OG homeboy, I think he went by the name of Big B or some shit. He come out and get off with a deuce 5. Lock, 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 lock. After these niggas get off. This day 2, homie. You know what I'm saying? This how intense this shit was, homie. So day 3, you know what I'm saying? Day 3, homie. These niggas come through and they advance, I guess, a little closer, homie. You know, I remember being on the 500 block and I was outside in front of the building at that time, hanging out. Then I think I went in, got to hanging inside the building, but homies used to function heavily within that 5. So I think Petey Wack, he wound up going to the front of the building. And however these niggas got on foot, drove, got closer, or however, niggas hear gunshots again. This the 3rd night. Baka, 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 baka. And I think another homie got off and shit, you know what I'm saying? Baka, 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 baka. But I remember the homeboy coming in, back in the building, he was like, you know, fresh out of white, little size on, had braids, and homies wear Pumas back then. If I could recall right, the homie had on black Pumas, like some gray jeans and maybe a gray sweatshirt, homie braid. And I remember, I think he might have came out the shirt or somebody gave him a shirt. I remember him wrapping up his face, belling through the building, G'd up, like I'm hit, blood, I'm hit. Motherfuckers didn't pop me, homie. You know what I'm saying? I remember his face like swollen all up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the first homie I big get shot with this turf shit right here, homie. You know what I'm saying? It was the OG homeboy Petey Wack, homie, the legendary homeboy Petey Wack, homie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Petey Wack, homie. Right now, he just living his life, doing his thing, homie, and making the best of this shit right now, homie. You know what I'm saying? But 89 on up, G shit, naive shit, and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay hitting with content, homie. That's what we do over here, homie. I'm out.